It's a marvelous day for some baseball here on a hazy Monday afternoon here in Springfield, Oregon. It's the first of a three-game set between the visiting Bend Elks and your Springfield Drifters. Alongside Dylan Zamper and I'm Addison Cerezo. And get things started off here, we've had a lot of great hitters grace the Hamlin Sports Complex turf here over the past few weeks. We'll start off down at the bottom. Nolan Miller, who isn't really a bottom of the order guy, but, you know, is the bottom of who we're going to talk about here. And he's hitting 296, and that's a pretty lofty batting average for somebody that I'm saying is at the bottom. But he's raised his average from in the 220s, 230s, up to 296. He's been fantastic. He's got 14 doubles on the year, the new Drifters single-season record holder. And moving up the list, Hunter Meyer's been fantastic all year. We were just looking at a list of stats from, I believe, around a month ago, and he was hitting 327. He's gone down a little bit, 306, but if you've been watching the broadcast, you know that he puts it hard. He puts the bat on the ball as hard as he possibly can every single time he's at the plate. We saw him launch a couple of 400-plus foot home runs during batting practice today, so expect big things out of him. Cooper Mullins, of course, he's Cooper Mullins. He's hitting 329. Kind of brushed past that. He had the record, the RBI record briefly this weekend. Evan Thomas named Player of the Week this morning. 342 hitter. He had back-to-back days with bases clearing triples a couple of days ago. And up at the top is Elliott Brown, and he's hitting 321. 421, excuse me, which is even better. And he has 3 doubles, a triple. And that's out of his 8 hits. We had a chance to talk to him before the game. Here's what he.
I'm Dylan Zamper, and I'm with Elliott Brown, one of the outfielders for the Springfield Drifters. So we're heading into our last series of the year. What can you say about the short time that you've had here?
It's been super fun to have Lau get me back here on the squad. Been wanting to come back all summer, and he's able to find me a spot. And it's been a great group of guys. It's been super fun and playing some good ball.
Yeah. So far you're hitting 421, 2 stolen bases, a few RBIs. I mean, what is it like to just get out onto the field, especially here at Hamlin Sports Complex?
It's awesome. I love playing here. I got to play here at Lane Community College for the last 2 years, which was super fun, and then last summer. So it's fun to be back here, familiar spot, and swinging it pretty good.
And then, you said you were at Lane Community College. What was that experience like, and how did it help you transition to Northwest Nazarene?
It was huge for me. Coming out of high school, I was pretty raw, and I got the opportunity to play a lot at Lane, which was awesome, and just get better by playing the game and in-game reps and whatnot.
And then kind of heading into these final 3 games, what are some things that you want to work on individually, and what are some goals that you're hoping this team gets out of in total?
For me personally, I'm swinging it pretty good, so just not getting too high or too low, just staying consistent, finishing out the season strong, and then I think it's the same thing for the guys. It's been a long summer for them. I know I played all last summer, and just finishing out strong and capitalizing off the momentum we've had.
Yeah. And then kind of, would this be a team that you would want to come back to, obviously, given whatever circumstances you have next season, but is this something that you would like to come back to?
For sure. Yeah, I want to play a grad year, and playing in summer is super huge for transferring, and got a good relationship with Coach Lyle and place I'm super familiar with, so definitely want to come back.
And then, we talked to Dom Graziano a lot this year. What is your relationship with him, and how has he helped just throughout this summertime?
He's awesome. I got to meet him a week or 2 ago, but I kind of known of him. He's at Oregon, and I think just like his reputation is just he's a great guy, big team guy. Everyone loves to be around him, brings a lot of good energy. He's also a good baseball guy. He's been helping me out with some things with my swing and throws great BP and gets the guys going.
All right. Elliott Brown.
Alrighty, fans, let's meet our first pitch for tonight's game. Representing tonight's Oktoberfest sponsor, Falling Sky Brewing's Dr. Brew, Steve Such. Steve has owned Falling Sky since 2020.
First base, followed by Zach Story at third, and Chase Nye at shortstop.
Steve, let it pour. Let's see a strike.
Followed by Nick Jamino hitting DH.
Nice job. Let's hear it one more time for Dr. Brews, Steve Such, owner of Falling Sky Brewery. Make sure to check out their tap room located at 1334 Oak Alley in Eugene for some great food, award-winning beer, and good times.
And then Jackson Murphy in left field. Hitting fifth is Hayden Smith catching as well. And then Brady Whitcomb at first base, Camden Hartlob at third, and batting eighth and rounding out the order, Garrett Schmokel DHing, and Cole Cooper at second base. And then the starting pitcher for the Bend Elks will be Riker Altizer.
So that just about does it for the pregame show. We're going to have a beautiful game for you here today. Knight Jarecki is going to take you through the action of this great game we call baseball. He's sitting in a kiddie pool just beside us. And should be a great game. First pitch is coming your way in about 6 minutes here.
Batting second from Cal State Fullerton, the left fielder, number 25.
Well, it's the final series of the year, and we are here poolside at Hamlin Sports Complex. Knight Jarecki, happy to be with you here on this Oktoberfest. A unique broadcast setup today. We are broadcasting from the bleachers in a mini pool right behind home plate. I don't think I've had a better broadcast spot in my career, and I'm happy to be here today calling this game for you as the Springfield Drifters look to win the series against the Bend Elks and end the season on a high note. Let's go ahead and jump right into today's starting lineup. The Bend Elks coming in 19-32 on the season, 18-23 in WCL South play. They have Wynn Gurney leading things off. He's the right fielder. Eli Pupo is the center fielder batting second. Cam Beck is the third baseman in the 3 spot. Jackson Murphy is out in left field. Hayden Smith is the catcher in the 5 hole. Brady Whitcomb is the first baseman batting 6. Camden Hartlove is the shortstop in the 7 spot. Garrett Schmokel, who's actually a pitcher, he hit a home run yesterday. He's going to get the start at designated hitter. And in the 9 spot is Cole Cooper, the second baseman. Leading things off is today's Dry Pro beer batter, and that is Wynn Gurney. Gurney is a freshman from Loyola Marymount. Coming in, this is his 16th start of the season, facing off against Matthew Tashney, his second appearance overall for Springfield, his first start here in 2026. Tashney on the mound, into the box, and swinging at the first pitch is Gurney, and he lifts it up in the air and out of play to the left field side, 0-1 as we get started here today at 6:35, right on schedule on our only Monday game of the season. Really unique. This is the 7th game in as many days for Springfield. The only Monday game, and it happens to be for the final series of the season. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. It's lined out towards left field, and making the catch is Hunter Meyer for out number 1. 2 pitches, 1 out for Matthew Tashney as Gurney is retired. So here's Eli Pupo. He's the center fielder who actually played here at Hamlin Sports Complex this past spring. He was playing with Bushnell University, and now making his 28th start of the season for the Bend Elks. A .253 hitter this season with 3 doubles, 11 RBIs, 24 hits. The lefty in the box. Tashney's pitch. Cut on and miss on a nice pitch that tailed off down and away. 0-1 to Pupo. Pupo was a .250 hitter this past season, 12 starts, but did play in 41 games for the Beacons as a true freshman. Had 4 doubles, 7 RBIs there. Tashney's 0-1 delivery. Cut on and miss, 0-2. Now Matthew Tashney, he's a returner for Springfield. This is just his 2nd game in 2026. We thought we would get more of him this year, but he pitched quite a bit at Linfield. Started 13 games for the Wildcats this past spring. His 0-2 delivery. Pupo lines it out towards shortstop on 1 hop. Nye Fields, he'll 1 hop it over to first base, and it's late. Pupo legs it out for an infield single. Just kind of died out towards the shortstop side. But Tashney appearing for the 2nd time this season for Springfield. Pitched on the 31st against Ridgefield out of the bullpen. Through 2 innings, allowed 1 hit and 1 strikeout, but did not allow any runs. So a runner at first and 1 out in the top of the first. 0-0 the score. And here's Cam Beck, the third baseman. Tashney to the plate. The pitch is up and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Beck. Cam from Oregon State did not play this past season in 2026, originally from South Jordan, Utah. Tashney out of the stretch, nods his head, kicks in, fires. There's 1-0 up and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Beck. He was the 6A player of the year as a senior out of Bingham High School in Utah. You can tell he's an Oregon State kid by the orange and black shin guard that he has on, plus the orange and black batting gloves. To the plate, Tashney gets a cut and a miss. 2-1. It's been a windy day in Springfield. 84 degrees the current temperature. That's why we're sitting poolside right now behind home plate, because it is a little bit of a warm one. The breeze has helped. One of the gustiest days we've had all season long. A little bit of haze. 2-1 delivery. Check swing. Did he go around? The appeal? He did not. So now 3 balls and a strike. John Schofield is the home plate umpire today. Jim Courtney is out in the field. The 3-1. Popped up out towards right field. Evan Thomas under it. Makes the catch for out number 2. Defensively today for the Springfield Drifters, Hunter Meyer out in left field, Aiden Gebhardt in center field, and Evan Thomas out in right. Zach Story is the third baseman, Chase Nye at shortstop, Cooper Mullins over at second base, Nolan Miller is at first, and Matthew Bollinger is the catcher behind the plate. So 2 outs, runner at first, top of the first. Tashney delivers, runner on the move. The pitch was outside. The throw down for Bollinger, and Nye looking for the tag as Pupo slid off the bag, but he was able to stick on second. So he gets the steal and puts himself in scoring position here in the top of the first. Jackson Murphy at the dish. Murphy from UC Davis, originally from Fresno, California. 1-0, grounded towards the first base side, and it goes foul. 1-1. Gotta say, it's pretty unique getting the broadcast right here behind home plate. I don't think I've ever called a game this low and this close to the catcher. I mean, I've called some games along the fence line, but the backstop here at Hamlin Sports Complex, pretty close to home plate, not the biggest backstop. Get quite the vantage point. 1-1. Down and away, 2 balls and a strike to Murphy. This is his 19th start of the season, a .246 hitter this year. 15 hits, 3 doubles, 6 RBIs. Coming off a season at UC Davis in which he started 32 games. Tashney's 2-1. In for a strike, 2-2. So Tashney able to connect. Working with Bollinger, who's been a good addition for Springfield. Played last year with the Kelowna Falcons in the WCL. Tashney looks towards second, now to third, and comes to the plate, the 2-2. Grounded up the middle, Nye scoops it. He'll crow hop over to first base, and the play is made to end the inning. Eli Pupo has a 1-out single. He's left stranded at second after a steal. No runs and no errors. Going to the bottom of the first, poolside here at Hamlin on the Drifters Streaming Network.
We ask that you exercise vigilance against being hit by thrown or batted balls. Parents, please safeguard the welfare of any young children accompanying you to the game.
Ethan, can you take a photo of me? Can you take a photo of me?
Our ballpark. If you do, you may be asked to leave the facility.
Thank you.
Are you feeling hungry? Looking for dinner, a snack, maybe something sweet? Visit our concessions located inside our ballpark down the first and third base lines. Also, make sure to check out our brand new ice cream stand on the concourse as well. With single and double scoops available, it's the perfect game day treat on a hot summer night like this. Plus, thanks to our partners at Northwest Natural, Ford Fleet, and Dairy Mart, check out our brand new Drifters Kid Zone found along the third base side.
It's been great. It's comfortable. Yeah. How's the beer? Is it from Falling Sky? Yeah.
This is my favorite one. I just turn all my things into it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Leading off for the Drifters, the reigning West Coast League Player of the Week, the right fielder number 23, Evan Thomas.
Are we back? Bottom of the first inning, the reigning WCL Player of the Week, Evan Thomas, to the plate as the first pitch from Riker Alizer comes in for a strike, 0-1 to Thomas. So Thomas winning the WCL Player of the Week award. What a week it was for him. Had an on-base percentage north of 500 at 521, 9 hits and 21 at-bats. Cuts and fouls back the 0-1, and it's now 0-2. Quite the accomplishment for him. It's the first time all season Springfield's had the WCL Player of the Week award go to one of their players. Earlier this season, Tristan Ledbetter, he won WCL Pitcher of the Week, but have not had a WCL Player of the Week before. The 0-2 to Thomas, rolls it towards the left side, picked up by Hartlob, the shortstop, to throw over to first base. In there to retire Thomas for out number 1. So huge congratulations to Evan Thomas. And now Hunter Meyer will come to the plate. So Meyer is the left fielder today. We've seen him throughout the season play in left field, center field, right field, and now again the start today out in left field. First pitch to him from Alizer, in for a strike, 0-1. Meyer, this is his 32nd start of the season. He's hitting north of 300 at 306 this year with 9 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs. The 0-1. It's a pitch that's outside. Now 1 ball and 1 strike to Meyer. Originally from Rancho Cucamonga, now playing at Cal State Fullerton. And down in the Springfield Blue today here on this Oktoberfest at Hamlin Sports Complex. 1-1, waits for a breaking ball and fouls it away out towards left field side, 1-2. So it's Oktoberfest. We got 6 local breweries in attendance and have seen several fans purchase the Falling Sky Drifters co-branded cup, enjoying some cold beer this afternoon. 1-2, down and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I got to say, it was a learning experience for me. I mean, this is the first true event that I got to put on by myself. I did contribute a little bit to Grateful Drifters Night, but this one entirely on me, and getting 6 vendors to the ballpark was something. The 2-2 fouled back by Meyer. Stays alive. There's a lot of logistics. Are breweries providing their own beer? Do we need to purchase the keg? Do they need ice? Do they need a table? There's a lot that goes into planning an event, and that's something that's new for me as a broadcaster. Meyer waits for a breaking ball and slices it through the 5-6 hole into left field. It's a 1-out single for Hunter Meyer as he ends up at first base. So I did all this while also planning on broadcasting in this little kiddie pool. And I gotta say, it is comfortable. I am at ease. I'm so happy. Genuinely. I mean, there's worse places to broadcast from than, like, literally right behind home plate. So here's Cooper Mullins, second baseman today, had his bobblehead day on Friday. Takes the pitch up and away, 1 ball and no strikes. It was the day after his 22nd birthday, his 4th season now here in Springfield. Mr. Drifter himself batting .329 this season. It's been his best season in Springfield across 4 years. Takes down and inside, 2 balls and no strikes, and each year he's just gotten better and better. This year, 9 doubles, a triple, a home run, 33 RBIs. 2-0 from Alizer, way up and away. 3 balls and no strikes. And Mullins this season, 20 walks. And I remember when Cooper Mullins first came to the Springfield Drifters, the walks, certainly something that stood out. He was a patient hitter at the plate, and even just talking with Nolan Miller and his progress this year as going over to first base is Alizer. He's back there safely, is Meyer. But Nolan Miller's talked about seeing pitches each day with Cooper Mullins and being able to recognize if it's a ball or a strike. This one's a ball above the letters, and Mullins has a walk. So Meyer advances over to second base.
Number 22, Nolan.
Runners at first and second, and here is Nolan Miller. So Miller facing off against Riker Alizer, who's from Redmond, Oregon, out in the Bend area, now playing at Oregon Tech. This is his first start of the season, 6th appearance overall for the Elks. His first pitch to Miller down and inside. It's been 5 straight balls thrown from the right-hander from Oregon Tech, who started 1 game and appeared in 7 for the Owls this past year. Teammates there with Nick Gimino, who gets the start at designated hitter today for Springfield. 1-0. It's inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Just 5 2/3 innings pitched with 12 earned runs, 7 hits by Alliser so far this season. It's high once again, and now 7 straight balls thrown by the right-hander Alliser. So Nolan Miller, this is his 42nd start of the season. Batting average now up to .296, on base percentage at .415, leading the team with 29 walks, just a few shy from the record. And he has a walk here, so he's at 30. The record is 32 by Jack Brooks, and getting closer and closer as Springfield has loaded the bases here in the first. It was a single by Hunter Meyer, a walk by Mullins, and another walk by Miller. 8 straight balls thrown, and now Zach Story batting in the 5 spot today after a 3-hit performance yesterday. A pair of doubles for Story. Who's seeing some familiar faces on the other side. A couple of UC Davis teammates playing for the Bend Elks. He'll take the first pitch below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes. It was a big breakout day yesterday for Story, and something that head coach Jeff Lyle really saw coming. He's been saying all season long he's been waiting for Story to break out, and he finally did. 1-0, it's high, and now 10 straight balls thrown by Alliser. So he's trying to find the zone. And it's been a struggle as of late. Coming in at 19-32. They've been the worst team in the WCL South in the second half of the season. Trying to put the pieces together in this final series. And now Story's plunked. That one's going to sting, as that is a well-earned run. A well-earned RBI as the Drifters strike first on a hit by pitch. So 1-0, Springfield with the lead. A single, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch to scratch across the first run. And now Chase Nye will come to the plate. Mound visit now. So Springfield coming off a series loss against Ridgefield. They had won 6 straight series up until losing the final 2 games of the series against Ridgefield. Ridgefield, a very good team. My goodness. They won the WCL first half in the South Division for a reason. Lost some of those guys, and then some of them, like JT Summers, came back, and he really propelled the Raptors to victory in game number 2 and 3 of that series. Had a 3-hit performance on Saturday and then a 4-hit performance on Sunday. So here's Nye, first pitch, finds the zone. So whatever the conversation was, seemed to have worked. So here's Nye. This is his 15th start. It's crazy. He's already appeared in 15 games. It feels like he just got here. Back with the Drifters, his 3rd season in Springfield. The 0-1. In for a strike. He falls behind 0-2. A .228 hitter now. 13 hits, a double, 10 RBIs. Got the start at shortstop. Past 2 days against the Raptors. Started at 3rd on Friday. Alliser takes a breath, kicks in, fires, chopped out towards the right side, foul. Nye stays alive. 1-0, Springfield with the lead in the bottom of the first. A warm afternoon in Springfield. It's going to get warmer the next few days. It's going to be above 90 degrees tomorrow and then 98 degrees on Wednesday. We might need to bring the pool back out over the next few days. 0-2, Nye. Takes down and inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nye takes a breath. Checks the swing and gets back in the box. Originally from Cedar Ridge, California, out northeast of Sacramento, heading out towards Placerville, out towards Lake Tahoe. 1-2, hit him. Back-to-back hit by pitches produced 2 runs for Springfield as Mullins comes in to score. And now Matthew Bollinger will come to the plate as the 7th batter of the inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 34, Matthew Bollinger.
And now Coach Cox wants to come out and talk with the home plate umpire, John Schofield. And now Schofield wants to talk with Jim Courtney. Wonder if they're arguing that Nye didn't get out of the box and that he intentionally let it hit him. So Mound Visits this season, not necessarily here, but Mound Visits this season are brought to you by St. Vincent de Paul. You can visit both of their 2 stores in Springfield today, where you'll find out that St. Vinny's is more than just a thrift store. It is a hit by pitch. So 2-0 the score as Bollinger into the box. We're going to have Carlo Ramirez join us for the 7th inning. He said he's going to get in the pool with me. Be fun. Bollinger takes the pitch for a strike 0-1. And we'll see. I mean, by the 7th inning, maybe the sun will set and be a little bit too cold for the pool. But I'm enjoying it right now. Can't complain. 0-1. Bollinger rips it down towards the right field side, and it goes foul. 0-2 to Matthew, who's originally from Kansas, now playing with the Drifters. We talked about it in the top half of the inning, how he was playing in Kelowna last year. A late addition. Got him right before the Marion Series in Salem. 0-2 reaches for a pitch and softly touches it towards the third base side, and it goes foul. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Bollinger at Rockhurst University. Start number 8 of the season for him here in Springfield. Nick Gimino on deck, Aiden Gebhardt in the hole. Gebhardt in the 9 spot could make history today. We'll see what happens. So Bollinger in the box. Got the perfect kicks on for today. The 0-2. Fouls it off and stays alive. Got him on the foot. Gonna have to walk that one off. He has these Nike shoes that are baby blue and white. Match the Springfield uniforms today perfectly. Got the baby blue jerseys with Springfield and navy written across the chest. Blue and white piping with the V-neck shaped jersey. Pinstripe pants that are baby blue as well. Bases loaded, 1 out in a 2-0 game. Here's the pitcher, Mauser. Breaking ball that again is spoiled by Bollinger, making him work. 2 runs and just 1 hit in the inning so far for Springfield. That was the 1-out single by Hunter Meyer. It started with a 6-3 ground out by Ranker Alizer. It's gone downhill from there. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, to then 2 batters in a row to score 2 runs. The 0-2, Bollinger gets a dribbler to the third base side, and again it goes left of the line. What is this, 5 pitches? Maybe 4 foul-offs in a row? Making Alizer work. And again, Bend is limited today. A lot of guys leaving. I mean, shoot, they have a pitcher starting at designated hitter today. And Springfield, if they win today, they'll get to 23 wins for the first time ever in club history. And right now, a good start to do so. The 0-2, a breaking ball way up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alizer's 1-2. Again spoiled by Bollinger. Man, what an at-bat. It was one of the longest at-bats of the season for any Springfield Drifter hitter. And still just 1 and 2. I mean, he could work a walk here and see even more pitches. 1-2. This one's taken down and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Gimino on deck. Again, teammates there with Riker Alizer. Hauser, he may have been teammates with Aiden Gebhardt back in the day. 2-2, ground ball towards the first base side. Fielding it is Whitcomb. He's going to go to first base and get the out there. In to score from third base is Nolan Miller. It's an RBI ground out for Matthew Bollinger. It's a productive out to end the long at bat. And a 3-0 Springfield here in the first. Zach Story advances to third. Chase Nye over to second. 2 in scoring position for Jamino. Who's originally from Corvallis. Second season in Springfield. First pitch. Jamino hits it out towards right center field, and it's going to get down. Rolling all the way to the wall. Gurney picks it up. Jamino's going to stop at second. It's a 2 RBI double for Nick Jamino. And Springfield leads 5-0.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Aiden Gebhardt.
So here's Aiden Gebhardt, the 9th batter of the inning for Springfield. And again, he may have been teammates with Hauser in Redmond. I'm sure that Gebhardt grew up going to Bend Elks games as a kid. He takes the pitch up and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And I think the reason why Gebhardt has played in Springfield for the past 3 seasons is because when the Drifters first got him, he was at Lane Community College. Got to stay in his college apartment, stay in town. And he transferred off to Northern Colorado. And then now at Northwest Nazarene. Pitch in for a strike. 1 ball and a strike to Gebhardt, who has 30 steals on the season, tied with Jack Brooks for the most steals in Drifters history. If he gets a steal today, he'll have the record all to himself. He wants it. 1-1 outside. 2 balls and a strike, and he needs to get on base and have an open base ahead of him to have that opportunity. He's only been caught stealing once all season long. 2-1, Gebhardt shows bunt and fouls it back. 2-2. He's been a great bunter, too. Several bunt singles throughout the year. Gebhardt, this is his 34th start of the season. 43rd game. He has pitched a little bit, a two-way player at Northwest Nazarene. One of the fastest guys, if not the fastest guy in the WCL. Leads the league in steals. The 2-2. Down and inside, and the count goes full. Been a long inning for Hauser. Gebhardt last started on Friday against Ridgefield. 2 for 5 then with an RBI. Stole a base. Takes the 3-2 down and inside, and he has a walk. So the Drifters have batted around, and it brings up Evan Thomas. 2 on and 2 outs. 5-0 the score. Springfield with the lead. 5 runs on just 2 hits. Thomas started the inning with a 6-3 ground out. Now looking for a hit here in the first to keep the inning going for Springfield as he swings at the first pitch and pops it up out towards center field. Straight away, Pupo makes the catch to end the inning. But not before Springfield scores 5 runs on 2 hits, no errors defensively, and 2 left stranded. Heading off to the second, it's 5-0 here from Hamlin.
It's Oktoberfest. Well, it may not be October yet, but it's close enough, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tonight we're joined by some of our favorite local breweries who are doing tastings.
Top of the second inning, 5-0 the score as Matthew Tashney goes to work. His first pitch in for a strike, 0-1. So Hayden Smith at the plate, the catcher today for the Bend Elks, followed by Brady Whitcomb and Cam Hartlub. 5-0 Springfield with the lead as this is ripped up the middle for a base hit for Smith. A Utah commit who was originally going to Grand Canyon, now going back to Utah where he's originally from. So here's Brady Whitcomb.
Brady Whitcomb.
Whitcomb from Bend, graduate of Caldera High School this past year. Tashney goes back towards first base, and back there safely is Smith.
Say something about the days between.
Seen a lot of familiar faces here. Mike Franklin in attendance. He's from Dry Pro. They sponsor our beer batter all season long. This is popped in the air out towards short. Chase Nye under it makes the catch. One away. Said to say something about the days between. It is the days between. Jerry Garcia, legendary member of the Grateful Dead. He's wearing a Grateful Dead shirt. He was born on August 1st, and then he passed away on August 8th. So it is the days between, as Deadheads celebrate everywhere. Today, though, we are celebrating Oktoberfest, and seen several fans in attendance purchasing the specialty cups. Ground ball through the left side and into left field. So Camden Hartlub has a base hit. 2 runners aboard for Bend. 2 hits in this inning. And, you know, right now this is one of those that's baseball moments where the Drifters are leading 5-0, but they're being out-hit 3-2. So here's Garrett Schmokel out of Portland, Oregon, a graduate of Lincoln High School. Was a two-way player there and now a pitcher. After 2 seasons at Everett Community College, now committed to Western Oregon. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back and into the bleachers.
Foul balls this season are brought to you by American Family Insurance, Monica Smith Agency.
So no balls and a strike. Foul balls this season brought to you by American Family Insurance, Monica Smith Agency, protecting you from life's unexpected hits. I got to be on the lookout for a foul ball here. That could just really ruin my day. The 0-1. In for a strike. 0-2, or maybe even make my day. I mean, out of all the days to catch a ball while broadcasting, it has to be while I'm in the pool. I mean, it feels like it has to be. So no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Nye field. He'll go to 2 for 1. Mullins throw to first base. A double play. A twin killer ends the inning. As 2 hits are for naught, 1 left stranded, no runs and no errors. Going to the bottom of the second, 5-0 the score. Springfield with the lead here on the Drifters Streaming Network. Hunter Meyer is leading things off here in the bottom of the second inning. 5-0 the score. It's Springfield with the lead. Last inning, Hunter Meyer got the party started with a single with one out. Now he takes a first pitch strike going one. Ultimately, Springfield scored 5 runs on just 2 hits, one of them being Meyer's single. The 0-1 from Alzer. In for a strike, going 2. Meyer, Cooper Mullins, and Nolan Miller. 3 M's in the lineup. MMM. The 0-2. Lifted out towards left field. Murphy under it. Makes the catch. Out number 1. Brings up Cooper Mullins. And I remember going into the year, we knew that we were getting Cooper Mullins back. We were unsure whether or not Nolan Miller would be coming back. And when we found out that Nolan Miller was coming back, we realized we got the M&Ms, Miller and Mullins. Pitch in for a strike, 0-1. And I don't think we ended up showing it on the broadcast, but we got a photo from Nolan Miller's dad from a few days ago of Cooper Mullins and Nolan Miller both playing Babe Ruth baseball together when they were in middle school. This is grounded foul, 0-2. He believes that the photo was from 2016. So Coop was in 6th grade and Nolan Miller was in 5th grade. It's crazy to think how long ago that was. 10 years. The 0-2. Mullins slices it down the left field line. It's down in fair territory. Going to roll all the way to the corner. Mullins turning for second, and he's going to get there standing up safely. It's a 1-out double for Cooper Mullins. 3rd hit of the game for Springfield, and Mullins is 2 for 2 today. So 5-0, Springfield with the lead. Runner in scoring position, and 1 out for Nolan Miller. Miller walked his first time, 30th walk of the season now, 2 shy of the record. And it's not the most glamorous record. I mean, it's one that slowly but surely builds over time. It's easier to get a hit, I feel like, than a walk. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to ask. Pitches outside, want to know. I mean, the thing is that you have to see at least 4 pitches to get a walk. Whereas a hit, you could swing at the first pitch and maybe it's quicker to get the hits record than it is to get the walks record, unless you're Sawyer Nelson, of course, who just had a phenomenal season for the Berries this year. Pitch up and away, 2 balls and no strikes. I think he actually broke the WCL walk record before the WCL All-Star break. It was ridiculous. At one point in the year, I think he had like 44 walks. He's up to 64 walks, according to Ethan Klein, our producer today. That's crazy. There's not even 60 games in the season. 2-0 in for a strike, 2-1. And Nolan Miller, he leads the Drifters with 30 walks. So that's the perspective. He's doubling up Miller. Nelson heading off to Loyola Marymount next year. After finishing his career at South Salem High School, they were the #1 team in Oregon last year. 2-1 outside, 3-1. They had Tegan Scott on that team. Now heading off to Oregon State. Gavin Price. A lot of Division I players on that South Salem squad. 3 balls and a strike. Let's see if Miller walks once again. The pitch. He bounces it foul, and the count goes full. Five nothing the score. Here in the bottom of the second, Springfield looking to extend the lead to 6. Payoff pitch, fouled back. Miller stays alive. Miller, a local kid from Sheldon High School. And him and Mullins were playing on that Babe Ruth team. It was a part of the Sheldon Babe Ruth team. But Mullins, he did not play high school baseball with Miller. Instead, he went to Marist High School, and so the two drifted apart there and now have reunited here in Springfield each of the last 3 summers. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball that, again, is spoiled. Man, Alzer has certainly had his pitch count go up. A little bit of a rough first inning. Tons of walks, a couple of hit-by pitches. That long at-bat to Matthew Bullinger. He did win the battle. But it was about 10 pitches, it felt like. 3-2. Was ball 4, but Miller instead swung at it and lifted it out towards right field, rather left field, and he makes the catch. Murphy does for out number 2.
Now batting the
2 outs, a runner at second, and it brings up Zach Story. Hit by a pitch, his first time up. We're getting a beer. Who is this from? Okay, so this is from Falling Sky. This is the Hanzo. This is the Japanese lager. So Falling Sky is the sponsor for today. Pitch into Story, in for a strike. So going to try this. Pretty good. That's a really good beer. Thank you, Ayla. It's the most popular one today. Okay, that's good to know. See, it's fun getting to host Oktoberfest because maybe you get to try a beer on the broadcast. I don't know. Maybe this is like a cardinal sin of broadcasting, drinking on air. But I feel like it's Oktoberfest. We got to celebrate. It's summer collegiate baseball. It's the end of the year. Drifters have won 6 of their last 7 series. 1-1. It's high. Now 2 balls and a strike to Zach Story. I think this was my dad's favorite beer as well. I think it was so good that he went and bought himself like a full one. Ethan, do you want to try of this as well? Ethan's going to try some as well. He's our producer today. The 2-1 is lined down the left field line. That's going to get down into the corner. Mullins is around third. He's going to come in and score. Story off to second. It's an RBI double for Zach Story. And Springfield leads 6-0.
Now batting for the Drifters, the shortstop, number 3.
So Nye will come to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at second. Ethan, if you want to put on the headset and tell us what you think about that beer, let us know. Ethan's producing today. We did not get the brewery to come up. I think that at one point we should get the brewers to come up and talk to us a little bit about their beer. I mean, that's what tonight is all about. It's about celebrating the craft brew culture, which exists in Oregon. And really, this was an idea that I had after going down to Blocktoberfest down in Roseburg, Oregon, which is a great event each year. As now Chase Nye is hit by a pitch. So Ethan's got the headset on, or at least he's trying to get the headset on at this point. Ethan, what are your thoughts on the Hanzo Rice Lager?
Now batting the catcher, number 34, Matthew Bollinger.
Yeah. It feels like a good summer beer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You can enjoy that one on like a lake day, like a hot summer day.
Like at a baseball game like today?
Day like today.
100%. So 2 on and 2 out, 6-0 the score as the pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Matthew Bollinger. Chase Nye hit by a pitch twice today. So 6 runs on 4 hits for Springfield. Looking for more, a chance for more runs here in the second. As Bollinger belts it out towards right field, but it's staying up for Gurney for the final out. Well, Springfield gets another run across on 2 hits in the inning, 2 left stranded, no errors defensively. Going to the third, 6-0 the score. Springfield with the lead here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Fans, we're through 2 and our Drifters are up 6-0. Please turn your attention to the first base side where Marty is joined by some special guests. Marty?
Thank you very much, Jerry. Drifters fans, how are we feeling after those couple innings?
This is fun.
All right, we'll check back in a little later. I've got my buddy Ryan down here, and in honor of Oktoberfest, we've got a beer-themed Name That Tune presented by Bi-Coastal Media. Ryan, are you ready to get this one started?
Probably not, but let's go.
All right, audience, you're going to give him a hand. If you know the song, shout it out as loud as you can. Let's hear the first song.
You know what I'm taking Friday. Cold beer on Friday night. A pair of jeans and
Friday
fit
night. Chicken fried. Is that right, everybody? Yes, it is. All right.
6-0 the score in the top of the third. The pitch up and away by Matthew Tashney. 1 ball and no strikes. So 6-0, Springfield will leave. 5 runs in the first and then no runs in the third. As this is grounded out towards first base, fielded by Miller. He'll tap on the bag and get the out for out number 1.
Now batting, the Drive Pro Beer Batter of the game, the right fielder, number 1, Win Gurney.
So it brings up Win Gurney. First pitch from Tashney is looked at for a strike. 0-1. Gurney a line out to left field. His first time up. Second time through the order now for the Elks. Tashney to the plate, and it's fouled away by Gurney. 0-2. Tashney just needed 22 pitches through the first 2 innings. Getting the start today for Springfield. Good to have Tashney back. He was a reliable starter for Springfield last season. I was really looking forward to having him on the roster today. Actually, all season. But he was a late arrival. Didn't get here until literally the 31st. That was his first day back with the club. His 0-2 jammed up and grounded to the third base side, and it goes foul. Went 2-3 this past season at Linfield across 13 starts. Finished with a 4.52 ERA. 41 strikeouts to 15 walks, though, and 73 2/3 innings pitch. Last year, he was second on the team with 7 starts. So he was projected to be a big piece of the Springfield team, and then he just threw a ton this past year at Linfield and now getting some reps late in the season. His 0-2 fouled away. No strikeouts. A different perspective sitting out here in the bleachers. It's pretty fun. It's a great view, too. 0-2. It's high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Everybody clap your hands.
I don't know if this is the record, but we're going to say it. I mean, this might be the first ever broadcast from a pool behind home plate in WCL history, at least. Maybe even in baseball history. Fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Win Gurney.
Protecting you from life's unexpected hits.
Boy, I got to tell you, Win is a great name for an athlete. I'm sure it's short. Maybe for Winfred. 1-2 inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But just going by Win. I mean, you're a winner right out the gate. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Popped up and off the netting behind home plate. Do it again.
Everybody clap your hands.
So Springfield 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors. The Elks no runs on 3 hits and no errors. Dashley's 2-2. Grounded to the left side, past the diving Story and into left field. Gurney is aboard with 1 out single. The Elks did get a pair of hits last inning, but it was a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. And we'll see if the Drifters can turn 2 once again here. Springfield yesterday against the Ridgefield Raptors were able to turn 2 a couple of times. That was the 40th double play of the season by Springfield, who struggled with turning 2 at the beginning of the year and now find themselves in the middle of the pack right around 8 or 9. Pitch is fouled back by Eli Pupo. 0-1. Man, we finished that rice lager and Ayla left. We need her to bring back another beer for us to try, Ethan. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch from Tashney. Fouled away. 0-2. I think this is a fun event because the fans in attendance that participate in the event are hopefully giving us some feedback on which beers we should provide at the ballpark next season. I mean, that's what this is really about, to celebrate craft brew culture in Oregon. We're so lucky. Like, we have hops here in Oregon. Swing and a miss on the 0-2. Pupo's down on strikes. 2 away. First strikeout for Tashney. But that's the thing, is that, you know, in Oregon, we're spoiled. And I didn't realize how spoiled we had it until I went to Alberta a couple of years ago. The Drifters were playing the Edmonton Riverhawks, and so I got to go up to Edmonton, was there, and wanted to go try the craft breweries around Edmonton, throw back towards first base, and back there safely as Gurney. And ultimately, I realized the craft brew in Alberta just not as good as what we have in Oregon. And there's just so many great breweries around town. It's hard to pick a favorite. Tashney goes back towards first base. Now, Falling Sky, they're the title sponsor today. I do like their beer. They have good beer, but honestly, I love Falling Sky because they have the best poutine in town. And I was talking about it on the broadcast yesterday because there was a food truck here, Breaking Bread, kind of a Breaking Bad spin-off type of food truck. They had poutine, and it was solid. Pitch was up and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Cam Beck. It was okay. I mean, it was probably the second best poutine I've had in Oregon, and that's not saying a lot because there's not great poutine in Oregon, except for Falling Sky. They actually have a pretty good poutine, one of the best I've had. 1-0. It's fouled back, 1-1. I mean, they might honestly have the best American poutine. Honestly, if you are in the Eugene area, go to their Oak Alley pub and order a half-order poutine. You don't need the full order unless you're splitting it with another. But if you're just going for yourself, get a half-order poutine. I think it's $9. One of the best deals in town. Really, really good. 1-1. Off the edge of the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Dude, I got to say, it's great getting to watch a game from down here behind home plate. You get to see the pitch movement even better. I mean, this might be the best seat in the house. Throw back towards first base. And once again, back there safely is Gurney. Tashley's 2-1. Outside, 3-1. He has not walked the batter yet. And most of the summer off after, again, pitching 73 2/3 innings. This is quite the workload in 2026. Compare that to 2025, in which he only threw 35 2/3. 3-1. Misses. And there is a walk. So the Elks, for the 3rd straight inning, will have a runner in scoring position. 2 on and 2 out in the 6-0 game for Jackson Murphy. First pitch, outside, 1 ball and no strikes. We'll see if we can get another brewery to come up.
Let's go, Drifters! Let's go, Drifters!
1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Tashney looking for a 3rd straight scoreless inning. Murphy 0 for 1. Grounded out to short, back in the 1st. Tashley's 1-1. Swung on and miss. 1-2. Hazy day in Springfield. The Drifters up 6-0. They led by a good amount against Bend in each of their 3 games out in Bend. Ultimately dropped all of them. 1-2 from Tashney, fouled away by Murphy. We'll do it again. It was a tough start to the season, 0-3. Springfield led in each of those games. Multi-run leads in each of them late. And ultimately, Drifters dropped to 0-3 to begin the year. They started the season 6-18 and turned it around 22-28 now. 1-2. Fouled away. Stays alive. 16-10 in the last 26 games for Springfield. It's been quite the streak. Bend has certainly sputtered in the second half. They're just trying to get to the finish line. Final game on Wednesday for each of these teams. Postseason out of play for Springfield. 1-2 from Tashney. Up and away pitch that's fouled away by Murphy as he stays alive. Man, they're just unloading the clip today and the sound effects. I bet Espen is doing music today. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards the right side, picked up by Miller, and he'll go to first and get the out there to end the inning. 2 on 1 hit, but no runs and no errors. Going to the bottom of the third, 6-0 the score on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Fans, even though the Drifters season is coming to a close, we still have plenty of exciting events planned for our final homestand. Don't forget to pick up a program to check out our upcoming.
Nate Goodman is now on the mound as Blaketown Brewing is here. We're going to have them go to the other side and talk to us a little bit about their brewing today. We got Nick Jamino at the dish for the Springfield Drifters in the 6-0 game. Goodman comes to the plate. The sidearmer's pitch is hit out towards left field, and it's a base hit by Nick Jamino. He's 2 for 2, had a double and an RBI his first time up back in the first, and now has a single here in the third. What is your name? What's your name? A? Nice to meet you, A. Well, what do you do at Planktown Brewing? Barmaid. So how long have you been working at Planktown? Pretty new? Okay. So what are your thoughts on Oktoberfest? This is our first time doing it.
It's actually really fun to be there with all the other breweries.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been really cool to see them all. And, it's like a little vibe.
Heck yeah. Now, you came out here and you sampled some beer for Grateful Drifters Night. You're back here today for Oktoberfest. What has this experience been like today compared to that first time being out here and tasting?
I think just having the other breweries, everyone's here to beer taste. The first time we were the only ones, and we've been wolves, so it's been it's cool. It's like a little Oktoberfest.
100%. Yeah. Now talk about like the community and the connection between the breweries throughout this town. Like how great is it again to share an event like this with each other?
Yeah, like the brewing community here in Eugene and Springfield is really close. They're really tight with each other, and a lot of them will brew for multiple companies or kind of like go from this one to that one. So it's like a really, I mean, like you would think that there would be like a lot of competition, but they're actually like a really tight-knit community and like help each other out a lot. So when we came here, even like our marketing manager like knew a bunch of the other brewers, like Bart, our owner's here, and he saw a bunch of his friends. Like it's really cool.
That's awesome. Pop to the air, out towards short, and it drops. So now advancing over to second base is Nick Jamino. Gebhard ends up at first base on the miscue by the Elks defense. So, you know, you get to share this event with a lot of different breweries. Did you get to try beer from the different breweries, or did you? Yeah. Okay, so what? A little bit, yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, you're working at the same time. You're pouring at the same time and them. What was your favorite beer that you got to try today?
Honestly, what is it? Who is it that has the seltzer? They have like a limeade cherry.
Claim 52.
Yeah, they have a beautiful seltzer.
Okay. Heck yeah.
I guess it's not a beer, but
Yeah.
it was so good.
They gave me one of those to try, and it was pretty good.
5% ABV too.
Yeah.
This is dangerous.
Yeah. So are you a big seltzer person? Is that your go-to? That's fair enough. No balls and a strike now to Evan Thomas at the plate. He'll swing and drive it out towards right field. Gurney back towards the track. He'll make the catch, tagging at second base, and advancing over to third is Nick Jamino. One away with runners on the corners for Springfield in the 6-0 game here in the bottom of the third. So the seltzer was your favorite. What about a beer? What any of the beers that you tried that you liked?
Yeah, there's a hef from. Who's the hef from? Who is the hef from? The hef that they have down there?
Sun River?
Oakshire.
Oakshire
had a good hef. Yeah, I like that too.
Heck yeah. Well, that's good to know. You know, I think that's what's great about an event like this is that we get to try a bunch of different beers. The fans get to try a bunch of different beers, and they can kind of give us, you know, their opinion. So we have our fan fall down up here. Very unique broadcast setup. Runner on the move, and there is the record. Aiden Gebhardt, 31 steals in a season. And he picks up the base. He just set Springfield Drifter history. His 31st steal of the season. He wanted it. He was teammates with Jack Brooks last year. And Jack Brooks no longer has the title. Awesome for Gebhardt, and great to get it against the Bend Elks, the team that he grew up rooting for. Pitch to Hunter Meyer, in for a strike, 1-1. Sorry to interrupt the interview with all that going on.
I mean, we're at a live game. What else can we do?
100%. You know, when you think about this event as a whole, what was the best part of it?
Honestly, I think just being here. It's fun to see like the community. It's fun to see the brewers, like the vendors that come. You know, the Drifters being here in Springfield, kind of bringing like, you know, the city back together, and it's like a town event. You know,
Totally.
I like that.
And Plinktown's in Springfield as well.
Yes.
What kind of sets you guys apart compared to the other breweries?
I think that like one thing about us is like, you know, we're talking about community so much here. Like we are super community based. Our owner has a really big kind of history of putting restaurants in places that need kind of, I don't know, like a little uplifting and bringing in lots of different partnerships. And so we're known in Springfield as kind of helping be community builders in the downtown area for sure.
No doubt. Sacrifice fly by Hunter Meyer makes it a 7-0 game. Drifters playing the small ball, a couple of sacrifice flies to advance the runners, and now runner at second, 2 outs in the 7-0 game. What's your favorite part about working at Plinktown Brewing?
Honestly, the people. We have like, our staff is amazing. Our customers are amazing. We just have a really cool family vibe down there, and I really enjoy working places like that. That's not corporate and stuffy. It's just we're all there and like in it together. And then like honestly, our food, I don't know if you've ever eaten down there, but we are a scratch kitchen. So we make absolutely everything from scratch, including our sauces, which is really, I mean, pretty typical of Oregon, but really amazing. We've got great food.
Base hit up the middle by Cooper Mullins. Gebhardt's getting the wave. The throw from center field is a one-hopper. The sag is in time, and that'll do it for the Drifters here in the bottom of the third. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast. Thank you for being here for Oktoberfest. It was a great time.
Thanks for having us. We'll come try some of our Trip Summer or our wheat ale that we're tasting tonight. They're both really refreshing.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye. 7-0 the score as we now head to the fourth. Ethan Klein's going to do the middle innings innings here from Hamlin when we return here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
So Hayden Smith going to be leading things off for Bend. Ethan Klein, happy to be here with you for these middle innings as the first pitch is lined out into left field, and it'll be a leadoff base hit for the Elks. They've had runners in scoring position in all 3 innings so far, but have yet to translate it into runs. I unfortunately will not be in the pool for these innings of play-by-play. Knight's still going to be hanging out in there. We're going to be reviewing some beers here soon, just hanging out, having a good time here on this beautiful August Monday evening. I apologize, trying to get some things pulled up here. 0-1 count here as Tashney kicks and fires, taking off, and a fly ball out towards left. Hunter Meyer under it and making the catch to retire. First batter of the inning. 1 out and 1 runner on here in the 4th. Tashney looking to get a 4th straight scoreless inning. He was ever reliable last summer for the Drifters. Was a guy who you could really trust to just give you 4 or 5 innings of low-scoring baseball, and appears to be doing the same here this summer. And as Knight was saying earlier, hasn't pitched at all this summer until a 2-inning relief appearance just a couple days ago in his first day here in Springfield. It's a ground ball. Throw to first was not in time. Both runners are safe, or rather, the runner at second will be called out. And it'll be Garrett Schmokel who will step in with 2 outs and a runner on first. You're in inning number 4. Drifters lead 7-5, 7 runs on 7 hits compared to no runs on 5 hits rather. As a check swing, they say he went around, and it'll be 0-1 on Garrett Schmokel. Schmokel 0 for 1 so far today. So he'll take strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Schmokel was a pitcher for the Elks this summer and recently slotted into the designated hitter role for today's game as he grounds that one through the 6 hole, and that'll be another base hit for Bend. Yeah, Schmokel was a PO for most of the summer for Bend. He was a 2-way player in college and in high school, and
now batting the second baseman, number 7.
So finally getting some at-bats. So we were talking about it earlier. He was apparently taking BP and was taking better BP than some of their hitters, than a lot of their hitters have been this summer. So earned himself a spot in the DH role as the first pitch is fouled off by Cole Cooper. Cooper's 0 for 1 today. Faces an 0-1 count here. Yet another inning with a runner in scoring position. See if Ben can capitalize on it this time around. Dashney kicks and fires. The 0-1 going to miss up and away. 1-1. Knight was talking about it. This is really just an incredible spot to watch a baseball game from. We're right behind home plate. Sun is setting over out on the first base side here soon. The 1-1 going to be fouled away down the third base side. Out onto the concourse. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two going to miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The count evens up. Pitch was outside. 2-2. Missed just outside. Count will run full. And Tashney, not a guy who walks a lot of batters. Talked about the 73 innings pitched for Linfield this past spring. And he only walked, I believe it was 13 batters all season through 73 and 2/3 innings as the payoff pitch going to miss outside, and that's his second walk of the day. So not something you see often from Tashney. The Bend hitter's been patient today, and it's rewarded them with the bases being loaded here for the leadoff man, Win Gurney. Win Gurney, also our Dry Pro beer batter of the game. Dry Pro, the beer batter sponsor this summer. If it's wet, call Justin today at 541-942-9262. First pitch flown out towards center field. Aiden Gebhardt under it and making the catch for the final out of the inning. So the Elks strand the bases loaded and strand runners in scoring position for the 4th straight inning to start this game. Drifters lead 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on the Drifters Streaming Network. Nolan Miller going to be leading things off for Springfield here in inning number 4. They lead 7-0 after the Elks have struggled. They've gotten runners in scoring position in every inning so far as Nolan Miller will foul off the first pitch down the third base side. It'll be 0-1, but the Elks have struggled to drive runners in despite having them in scoring position often in this game. They just stranded the bases loaded into top of the 4th. Springfield not having the same issues, and so that lead is at 7-0. Over the head of the second baseman as Nolan Miller has got himself his first hit of the ball game. Walked his first time up to the plate.
Now batting the third baseman.
He's 0 for 1, now 1 for 2 as Zach Story will step in. Drifters have a leadoff base runner. Nolan Miller leads the team in a lot of stats, doubles, walks, RBIs. He's having himself a great season, probably his best season as a Springfield Drifter, as the back pick over to first is unsuccessful. Nolan Miller back in safely, standing up. Nate Goodman out there for his second inning of work. Drifters already on their third time through the order here. It's 2-0 count to Zach Story. It's been a record-breaking season for the Drifters. A win today would break another one for the most wins in franchise history with 23. They've had 22 wins a few times, but yet to eclipse that mark as the 2-0 going to drop in for a strike. It's 2-1, but saw another record be broken just moments ago as Aiden Gebhardt had his 31st steal of the bag and had a little Ricky Henderson moment out on second, pulled the bag out of the ground and held it up to the sky. Happy for him, as that was a goal he set out for himself at the start of the season. He said he wanted to break that stolen base record. He was off to a really hot pace to begin things as the 3-1 grounded through the 6 hole and another base hit. Drifters have runners at first and second with none away here in the 4th. But it was a goal he had set for himself, and he had told us about at the start of the 2026 summer, and he was off to a really hot start and then was struggling to get on base to be able to try and steal bags in the kind of middle portion of this season, but has warmed back up and now sits at 31 steals, which leads the West Coast League. Chase Niles step in now. Nye was hit by a pitch both of his first 2 times up to the plate. This time he'll ground one past the second baseman and load up the bases for the Drifters. And for Matthew Bollinger, who will step in with the bases juiced, no outs. And a scary spot now for Nate Goodman here, as he's yet to get an out in this inning. Bollinger, another guy who had a really hot start for the Drifters, a late addition this season, and cooled down a little bit over his past few appearances, but still having a great season and is great behind the dish as well. Prime spot here for an RBI as he grounds one over to the second baseman. They'll try and turn 2 to throw to second in time. The throw to first, going to get past the first baseman. This might bring in 2, and it will. The Drifters lead. It's 9-0 here in Springfield.
Now batting the designated hitter number 41, Nick Jamino.
So 1 out now. As Nick Jamino steps in, he'll take a first pitch ball. Counts 1-0. Bollinger stands on first as the Elks tried to turn 2 on that play, and then the throw to first got past the first baseman. Another back pick attempt. Escapes the glove. It escapes the glove of Brody Whitcomb, and a bit of some struggles defensively here as first error goes on the board on that double play ball that ended up scoring 2 runs for Springfield. Lined down the third base side, it drops fair, and it's going to get into the corner. First to third for Matthew Bollinger, and it's a double. For Nick Jamino.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Aiden Gebhardt.
Aiden Gebhardt, who just broke the stolen base record for Springfield in his last time out just an inning ago, will now step in with an out and 2 runners in scoring position, a chance to increase the lead to double digits for Springfield. They'll wave and miss at the first pitch. It'll be 0-1. Goodman kicks, fires outside, 1-1. Goodman's got a bit of a unique arm slot off to the side. So he'll come set and deliver the 1-1. Swung on, flown out towards center field. Tagging at both bases. Jamino puts on the brakes at second. But coming in to score is Matthew Bullinger, and the Drifters have a 10-0 lead here in inning number 4. 2 outs, but 3 runs have come across in the inning. 10 runs on 11 hits for the Drifters. Lineup turns over to Evan Thomas, who is yet to get on base today. He's 0 for 3. Thomas was the WCL Player of the Week just a week ago, and now he had 7 RBIs in the Ridgefield series. Multiple bases-loaded triples. Had 1 in Game 1 and then 1 in Game 2. We talked to him after Game 1. He had the bases-loaded triple in that game. He went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a walk. An incredible game. Earned himself Player of the Game for that one. But he told us after he wanted another one. The Drifters record, as he pops that one up, the Drifters triple record sat at only 2 prior to that. As that one's dropped, another infield pop-up that the Elks just haven't been able to close the mid on. So the E5 will allow Evan Thomas to stand on first.
Now batting the left fielder, number 25.
And it'll be runners at the corners, so I'll get to continue my story here. But Evan Thomas, we talked to him after the game before our Player of the Game interview with him, and he was saying he wanted to break that record. And what do you know, the next day comes up with the bases loaded again and to the not quite to the same spot. The first one was right down the first baseline and into the corner, just a hard ball to get, and got himself 3. The other one into the gap as that one's grounded. Shortstop will take the easy throw to second and finally get out of the inning. But Evan Thomas said he wanted to break it, and then the next day got himself another triple, and it was again with the bases loaded. And so he's now the single-season triples record holder for Springfield with 3. But we'll head to the top of the 5th. Drifters lead 10-0 here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
For Ben.
So a new pitcher on the mound for Springfield. Making his Drifters debut is Blake Freese, the redshirt freshman over at George Fox out of Burroughs High School in Ridgecrest, California. His first pitch is going to miss, and the count will be 1-0. Eli Pupo leading the inning off for Bend. Freese was on the team in Corvallis with the Knights last summer. Only made one appearance, pitched an inning, had a strikeout, a walk, no hits, and no earned runs allowed. So that his only collegiate baseball appearance, summer or otherwise, as his 2-0 is going to be cut on and missed. 2 balls and 1 strike. Eli Pupo, Cameron Beck, and Jackson Murphy, the 3 due up for Bend in the inning. 2-1 is fouled back. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Freese stands at 5'10", 165, and heading into his redshirt freshman year with the Bruins. It's 2-2, going to miss inside, and it'll run the count full. Eli Pupo looking to get on base for the second time today. He struck out once. Also singled once as he cuts and misses at the high fastball. And goes down on strikes for the second time today. And in the first batter he faces in his Springfield Drifters career, Blake Freese has his first strikeout. Cam Beck will step in, who's walked once. So for 1. Apologize, I just realized our scoreboard is not up on our broadcast. It is now. First pitch in to Beck is going to miss outside, 1-0, and see another one. The 1-0 from Freese. Flown up out towards center field. Under it, and making the catch is Evan Thomas out in right field. 2 up and 2 down for Blake Freese in his Drifters debut. He'll face Jackson Murphy, who's 0 for 2 today. His first pitch to him, going to miss downstairs, 1-0. Upstairs, I apologize. It's a high fastball that missed. The 1-0 going to be outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Knight's back over here. He's hanging out in the pool even though I'm the one doing the call. He's just having a good time as he should. Well-deserved for Knight, who does so much for this program. And he's got the best seat in the house tonight. 2-0 from Freese, going to miss up and inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Have to work his way back into this one as Jackson Murphy looking to walk himself over to first to give Bend a 2-out base runner. The 3-0 at the waist. Strike 1, 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 in there. Looked at for strike 2, and he's worked it back from a 3-0 count, and it's now full at 3-2. That one, a good pitch on the outside edge. Freese kicks and fires. The payoff pitch, grounded. Diving play. Cooper Mullins can't quite get the glove on it. And it's a 2-out single for Jackson Murphy. So the catcher, Hayden Smith, will step in, who's 2 for 2 today. He's having himself a day so far.
Now batting the catcher, number 12, Hayden Smith.
First pitch over the head of Aiden Smith, and so Jackson Murphy will be able to find himself on second. The count moves to 1-0. And another runner in scoring position. 5 straight innings with a runner in scoring position. Bend yet to capitalize on it. See if they can here with the 2-for-2. Aiden Smith in the box. A 1-0 to him. Up and in again. 2 balls and no strikes.
Let's go, Drifters!
Freeze takes a deep breath, kicks and fires the 2-0. Swung on, fly ball out towards left field. Shallow left as Chase Nye gets under it and makes the catch. So the Bend Elks strand a 5th straight runner in scoring position and still trail 10-0.
Fans, a special shout out to all of our
We head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll have Knight back on with another one of our breweries here for another interview as we're having a good time here in Springfield on this beautiful Monday evening on the Drifters Streaming Network.
home games throughout.
Back here for the bottom of the 5th inning, Knight Jarecki, as the first pitch to Cooper Mullins is in for a strike, 0-1. We got Steve Such with us here today. He is the owner of Falling Sky Brewing.
Hey now.
Hey, you threw out the first pitch today. You got the sponsor today's Oktoberfest. Just overall, what was that experience like throwing out the first pitch?
Well, I had no idea how far it is from home plate. I mean, the whole time I'm like, don't put it in the dirt. Don't put it in the dirt. Proud to say I did not put in the dirt.
Yeah!
But if there was a batter, I would have hit him. That's all I know.
Yeah,
Appreciate the opportunity.
You did a good job, man. There's been a lot worse first pitches here. As Cooper Mullins drives it out towards right field, and it's down for a base hit. He's turning into second. As out in center field and collecting it is the Elks. It's 10-0 Springfield with the lead. A leadoff double for Cooper Mullins. You sponsored Oktoberfest. How special is this event to get all the breweries in town and really celebrate craft brew culture here in Oregon?
It's so fun. These are all good friends of mine, too. We have a great beer scene here to see Klein 52 here, Oakshire, Sun River, Gratitude, Planktown, of course, Falling Sky. It's always great to be around your peers and have a good time and sip on some suds, right? Especially a great day like tonight. Great evening, too.
Absolutely. A beautiful evening. You brought, I believe, 6 beers?
We brought 6 beers.
6 beers,
today,
okay.
Yeah. And then I just gave you a taste of our Hanzo Japanese lager.
Okay.
Crushable. Oh.
That's down for a base hit in left field. Mullins moves over to third, and Nolan Miller ends up at first with a single. Definitely crushable.
Oh, yeah, definitely crushable.
How did you kind of brew this style? Because it's a Japanese rice lager.
It is, and what people don't realize what makes it Japanese is we do put rice in the grain build. So there's actually some white flake rice in there, and which is really kind of what gives it its uniqueness to be a Japanese style, and it's tasty. It's good.
How did you get into brewing?
I believe it or not, I don't brew. I just watch from the sidelines. So I let Scott Seaver, he's our head brewer, I let him do his craft. And he's been with Falling Sky since inception. So blessed to have him on with our team. So, yeah.
So how did you get to then owning a brewery?
Well, believe it or not, my background comes back to just being a beer fanatic And really, I owe a lot to it, to what was called Beer League, where it's like fantasy football with breweries. And that's where it all started. And so my friends at Klein and I do a lot of collaboration with our beer league, and that's really where the passion comes from.
So you still do beer league to
we
this day?
do indeed. We do indeed. Our new season starts up in the fall, so we're all getting excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So is it like each week you guys brew a different brew? Or?
No, it's actually you draft breweries. So it's like you pick your styles for the season, whether it's IPA or a lager or a stout, and then you draft breweries, and then you bring them to the party, and you blind taste, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You learn a lot about beer, I can tell you that, yeah.
Yeah. So how does that, I guess, like helped you at owning a brewery and like with the beers that you offer?
I think the biggest thing is you learn to appreciate other styles. It's easy to get kind of stuck in a specific style like IPA. You might just, that's all you drink, right? But it's great to kind of realize there's so much more out there. And if you don't like an IPA, there are so many other choices. If you don't like other choices, there's lots of IPAs too, right? And that's really the biggest thing is just the diversity of beer and how much there is. So it's fun. It's fun.
One out, runners on the quarters. Chase Nye at the plate for the Springfield Drifters. 10-0 the score here on the bottom of the fifth as Nye almost got hit by a pitch again. It went right behind him. 2-0. Thank you so much for being here. So if you're not a brew, how did you get the nickname Dr. Brew?
Well, if you go to our Facebook page, there's a video that explains it all. I won't give it away, but please check out our Facebook, Following Sky Brew. They're on Facebook, also Instagram. And we have a clever video put together when I first took over about, because people often ask, how did you get into this? And the video explains it all.
Okay.
Because I have a PhD in beer.
In beer.
And also French.
And you earned it from beer.
And I did. And also French fries, too. So, yeah.
So talk about the 6 beers that you brought today. Which were each beers and which one's your favorite?
So I brought a handful. We brought a Japanese lager that you and I are enjoying. And we brought our Czech Pilsner, which is actually available in your coolers here for sale. Our Irish Red, our Stormwalker, and our 3 Magic Letters IPA, our 7 Magic Letters Hazy IPA, and our Pale Nino. So those are all of our choices today, wrapping out the spread. So yeah,
awesome.
Yeah,
had the Pilsner yesterday. Great beer.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Base hit for Chase Nye, an RBI single to make it 11-0 for Springfield. 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. We're talking with Steve Such, the owner of Falling Sky Brewing. Throughout the first pitch today, sponsored today's Oktoberfest. So overall, you've been a part of some beer tastings events in your history. How did you think today went?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I mean, here we are, beautiful night, ballpark, all the things you could ask for. And it's a great time, great community. You guys are doing some great things here in Springfield, and it's a great thing for our community, so we appreciate it. Appreciate the family vibes, too. It's a lot of fun. And go Drifters.
Thank you. Have you been to a Drifters game before?
This is my second time.
Second time.
Yeah, second time, so yes.
Heck yeah. This one's dropped out towards shallow left field, and they're going to get the force out at third. So just station to station, the 2 runners go. 11-0 the score. 2 outs on the board here in the bottom fifth. So what is your favorite beer that you guys offer at Falling Sky, and did you bring it here today?
What's funny is my palate changes based off of mood, season. Right now, it's summertime. I'm a big pale ale or Czech Pilsners or even these lagers. So I love the Japanese lager. I love our Czech Pilsner. Those are kind of my go-tos right now for the summertime. So, yeah.
So if somebody is looking to maybe potentially own a brew pub someday, which advice do you have for that?
Do your homework. Yeah. Do your homework. It's a fun industry. It's a lot of work. There's a nice hit.
This is going to be a foul ball, they're going to say.
Oh.
So it's just right of the line on the dropped pop-up behind the plate. Could have ended the inning. Instead, the inning will continue. So do your homework. How do you do your homework? Is it just talking to local breweries?
Well, I think it's a lot of work. The service industry has obviously gone through a lot of challenges ever since COVID. So it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. We have a great team. I just think it's a tough industry right now to be in general. As a sentiment kind of shared across the state. People get that. But and that's what I mean by do your homework is it's a lot of work right now, but it's fun. We have a good time too. Yes,
no doubt. I do have to ask about the poutine. You and I talked about it the first time I came here. Yesterday, actually, there was a food truck here that offered some poutine. I tried it and I was like, this isn't as good as Falling Skies. How did you end up offering that dish, and how do you make it so good?
That's been on the menu. So blessed that it was part of the menu when I took over. We just kept it rolling, and it's still a hit. It's delicious. It's good. And it just, it's got French fries, cheese, and gravy.
Yeah.
What else could you ask for?
100%. It's a great dish. We had Planktown on earlier. We asked them what kind of sets them apart as a brewery. What kind of sets Falling Sky apart as a brewery here in town?
Well, I like to think, we have a variety. We make our own sodas. We have a variety of cocktails. We do, non-alcoholic beverages. We have a full restaurant, full scale, and of course a variety of beers too. So we kind of have something for everybody. A lot of events that we do, sporting community, families. A lot of fun stuff too, and I think that's what it is. Kind of a place to belong, place to feel safe, place to gather, and have good times.
Called strike 3, 11 and up to the score as we'll head on to the 6. Steve, thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast.
Cheers. Appreciate the opportunity.
Cheers. Let it pour.
Let it pour, indeed. Cheers. Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Host families Leading off the top of the 6th inning for Bend, the first baseman, number 30, Brody Whitcomb.
One run in the inning, but there were multiple drop pop-ups. It was kind of chaotic in a few spots. As Freese will step out for his second inning of work, and his first pitch is fouled away by Brody Whitcomb. Blake Freese, a great start so far. Only one hit in his first inning. He got himself his first strikeout as a Drifter as well. Look to keep the line moving defensively. He's got an 0-2 count here early on Whitcomb. Top of the 6th inning, and the Drifters lead 11 runs on 14 hits as the 0-2 misses down and away, 1 and 2. 11 runs on 14 hits. The Elks, no runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. Both of those errors coming on, or one of those errors coming on what could have been a double play as the throw got past the first baseman, as that one's grounded over to Cooper Moore. Good pick out of the dirt by the second baseman, and it's going to retire Whitcomb for the first out of the inning. Great defensive play by Cooper Mullins.
Now batting the shortstop, number 10, Camden Hartlaw.
Perfectly went away here in the 6th. Brings up Camden Hartlaw, who's hit by the first pitch to him. Scary one. He's all right though. Randy Bruner.
Fans, your attention please. Now playing second base, number 26, Brock Johnson.
Sure he's all right. He'll nod his head. He'll say he's all right. Good to go, and he'll stand up first with a 1-out base runner for Bend after the hit by pitch. So that'll bring up.
Now batting for Bend, the DH number 30, Garrett Schmokel.
We talked about was a pitcher for most of the season, and is now in the DH spot. He'll swing and ground one through the 6 hole and a base hit following the hit by pitch. So 2 pitches and 2 base runners after retiring the first batter of the inning.
Now batting the second baseman, number 7,
Runner in scoring position.
Cole
Blake Freese
Cooper.
will look to get out of this and strand a 6th straight base runner in scoring position for the Elks and hold this scoreless. Cole Cooper will step in, the 9-hole hitter today. That's Ben's 8th hit of the day, and they've yet to score a run. First pitch to Cooper is up and away. 1-0. So, 2 balls and no strikes now for Cole Cooper. And so Cooper 3 balls and no strikes. I apologize, the mic is apparently pretty quiet here. I'm trying to get that fixed. Should be good now. It'll be a walk to load the bases with 1 away for Cole Cooper.
Now batting the Drive Pro beer batter of the game.
I'll turn the lineup over and bring up our beer batter for maybe the last time today as we'll have a meeting on the mound. Tom Graziani will come out and take the ball from Blake Freese in his debut. So responsible for all 3 runners on base. His final line yet to be determined, as we'll touch on Matthew Tashney's final line before we see who the new pitcher is. Matthew Tashney goes 4 innings, 6 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. So a solid outing for the Linfield Wildcat in his first start as a Drifter this summer. And we'll let you know who the new pitcher is on the other half of this break here on the Drifters Streaming Network. So Evan Chan going to be the new arm out of the bullpen for the Drifters. He'll make his 4th appearance for Springfield this summer. He's got a 7.71 ERA on the year. 2 1/3 innings pitched. 3 strikeouts to 3 walks. Only 2 hits allowed. He'll come in quite a jam here with the bases loaded and 1 away. Face off against Wynn Gurney, the leadoff man, and tonight's beer batter is the first pitch to him going to miss. 1-0. Kicks and fires. The 1-0 drops in at the letters for strike one. One ball and one strike on Win Gurney. Potentially the last chance for fans to get half off Coors Light as he swings and misses at the 1-1. It's 1-2 and just a strike away from half off Coors Light here in Springfield. Jan comes set. Kicks and fires. Chopped over to Cooper Mullins at second. He'll just take the one out at first. Bend will bring across its first run of the ball game on the sacrifice grounder. Second and third with two away. Scores 11-1.
Now batting the center fielder number 2, Eli Pupo.
So Bend finally gets into the run column for the first time tonight. They stranded runners on scoring position in the first 5 innings. And finally in inning number 6 with the bases loaded and one away, able to bring one across. Is a wave and a miss from Eli Pupo at the first pitch he sees. 0-1. Chance for him to bring in 2 more. So he swings and grounds one. It's over to Chase Nye at short. Throw to first. Going to be in time. Good pick out of the dirt by Nolan Miller to end the inning. And that'll do it for Bend. They get one across. Score 11-1. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Fans, do you want to be like a drifter? Well, now you can train like a drifter.
Aiden Gebhardt going to lead things off as the Drifters lead 11-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Ben finally able to bring one across in the top of the inning as they trail 11-1. Just one run on 8 hits for the Elks, 11 on 14 for Springfield. First pitch into Aiden Gebhardt, miss 1-0. So it is a new pitcher on the mound for the Elks. Aiden Bray taking the bump here in the 6th inning. He's got a 2-0 count. Here's he'll look to climb out of that. Aiden Gebhardt got himself in a hitter's count here early. Bray has struggled this season on the mound for Bend. He's posted a 33.75 ERA in 2 2/3 innings, 10 earned runs allowed, 5 walks, and no strikeouts. So he's got a 3-0 count at risk of walking Aiden Gebhardt. So the 3-0 drops in. Gebhardt was taken all the way there, and it's 3-1. Aiden Gebhardt draws the walk on 5 pitches. And a leadoff base runner for Springfield as the lineup turns over to Evan Thomas. Thomas has struggled at the plate today as he's 0 for 4. He's coming off of a WCL Player of the Week. In this past week, he had a great series at Yakima, an incredible series here in Springfield with the Raptors in town from Ridgefield. Went 7 for 14 with 7 RBIs in that series. First pitch into him is going to be up and inside, 1-0. Going to miss. Good block by the catcher, Hayden Smith. So that one was way down and outside. He had to get up and slide over to it to keep that ball from going to the backstop. Aiden Gebhardt surely would have been standing in scoring position had he not gotten in front of that. 2-0 going to just clip the outside edge for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's not a cloudy day per se, but it is a bit smoky here in Springfield. It is fire season here in Oregon. There's been a couple of fires over the past week, and it's been smoky all around as it's fogging up the sky here tonight, but still good enough air quality, obviously, for us to be playing some baseball here. As Evan Thomas takes a 2-1 ball outside, and 3 balls and 1 strike is the count. Bray kicks and fires. The 3-1 drops in. It'll run the count full, and we'll see a payoff pitch to Evan Thomas. Thomas looking to get on base for the first time today. Gebhardt has stood still over at first. Surprised to not see him at least try and take second. We may see him go here with the count full. He doesn't. He stays there, and it hits Evan Thomas right on that front foot. As he'll wince, but make his way over to first. He seems to be all right. And it'll bring up Hunter Meyer.
Now batting the left fielder, number 25, Hunter Meyer.
So the pool has been retired for today. It was fun while it lasted, but it's definitely starting to cool off. It's a little windy here at the ballpark as well, so a little bit too chilly for hanging out in the pool. We may bring it back out tomorrow, though. We'll see how that goes. First pitch in Hunter Meyer going to be up and away, 1-0. Pool or not, though, honestly, just a lot of fun broadcasting the game from down here instead of up in the press box. We're right behind home plate, and get to be out here and hear everything that's going on and be a part of all of it. Is the 1-0 going to be fouled back by Hunter Meyer? It's 1-1 now. And yeah, it's been a good time getting to hang out, bring a couple of the breweries over here. They've brought us some beer and got to try some, and just having a good time. So the Drifters were eliminated from playoff contention yesterday with the loss and the Portland Pickles win up in Walla Walla. And so not playing for the playoffs anymore, but still here to compete and have a good time. It's something that Jeff Lyle emphasized all season, energy and effort, regardless of what's on the line, as the 2-1 is going to miss outside. Three balls and 1 strike. Grounded over to short. Throw to second in time. The throw to first was, I don't know, but called out, and it'll be a double play. Looked like Hunter Meyer beat that out from here, but he's called out, and it'll be a double play. And Brock Johnson will come in to pinch hit. So Cooper Mullins' day is done. He finishes with a perfect 3 for 3, scored 3 runs and walked once. Ups his hit total. He's chasing. He's on his way. He needed to go off in this last 6-game stretch. He had 5 hits in the Ridgefield series and 3 today. And so in this homestand, he's already got 8 hits. Well on his way to potentially breaking the Drifters single-season hit record. The 1-0 going to miss up and away to Brock Johnson. Johnson made his Drifters debut in the Ridgefield series. Just yesterday, he made his debut. He started the game and went 0 for 2. He walked once. As he'll look at strike 1 on the outside edge, and it's 2-1 now. He's got a runner on third. A base hit would bring in the 12th run of the game for Springfield. 2-1 way outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Skips in. And it'll be a 5-pitch walk for Brock Johnson. So we'll see another pinch hitter as Nolan Miller's day will be done as well.
Fans, your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Nolan Miller. Number 28, Colton Perez.
Colton Perez will step in for Nolan Miller at first base. So Nolan Miller finishes the day 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Colton Perez gets a 1-0 count early. The 1-0 to him, swung on, sent out towards right center field. The catch is made. A diving play out in center by Eli Pupo will end the inning. So the Drifters' first scoreless inning of the game. So we'll head to the 7th. Drifters lead 11-1 here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
11-1. Please turn your attention to the first base side where Marty's joined by some special guests. Marty?
Top of the 7th inning, 11-1 the score. Springfield with the lead. Evan Chan on the mound for the Drifters as his first pitch comes in for a strike, 0-1. We got Carlo Ramirez with us, a pitcher from Fresno Pacific. Carlo, welcome to the broadcast.
Pleasure to be here, Knight.
It's my pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
You know, you were just telling me, you were like, I have such a bright future in broadcasting, and then you stumble out the gate. What happened there?
I don't know, man. It's the Springfield vibes. I just want to do good for the people of Springfield.
Yeah, tell me about your experience here so far. You know, you got to Springfield a little bit later in the year. What's your first season here in Springfield been like?
It's honestly, I have no complaints. I mean, the people are amazing. I've never been really this far from home for this long for baseball specifically. And, I mean, my host family is amazing. Shout out Caitlin. Shout out Caitlin. Shout out the kids. Shout out Coach Joe. Shout out Jacob and Sis. But, yeah, they're amazing. Shout out Brock. Love Brock. But, yeah, they're amazing. Karsten was my roommate for a minute. And, I mean, yeah, the people are amazing. The city is amazing. I love being here in, like, the Eugene, Springfield area. Lots of running trails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge running guy before this, but I find myself going out to run at, like, Fonz Trail and stuff.
Swing and a miss by Bend, and a strikeout for Evan Chan to begin his first inning. So you're getting into running because you're in Oregon and Tracktown, USA?
Tracktown, USA, baby.
Yeah. How far have you run so far? Like, what's the longest distance you've run so far?
I ran Fonz Trail the whole loop one time.
I don't know Fonz Trail. How long is that?
It's like 3.2. It's a 5K.
Okay, 5K?
Yeah.
Were you ready for that, or did you have to ramp up to that?
No, I mean, I probably ran like a 10-minute mile pace. That was pretty slow, but, I mean, I just enjoyed the scenery. The river's right there next to it, so it's super chill.
Tell me about your experience at Fresno Pacific. You know, you started your career as a catcher, then got moved to kind of being a PO now. What has that experience kind of been like?
Yeah, so I got recruited out of high school to be a catcher, and I hop on a campus, and they're like, hey, you have an arm you could throw, so it ended up being one of those things where it's like, hey, you want to get some playing time? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So then they moved me to pitching, and then I was doing both for the spring season, and here I am, a PO.
2 balls and a strike from Evan Chan. You know, what's the biggest difference being a PO compared to being maybe a two-way guy that catches and pitches?
I feel like being a PO, it's definitely a lazier life. You don't got to do too many things, or you don't have to like hit every day, or you don't have to be as disciplined. I'd say I feel like pitchers have it pretty easy comparing like for when I was a catcher. Yeah.
So do you like being a pitcher?
I mean, I miss hitting. I really do. But I mean, I can't complain. I mean, in the limited time that I've been a PO, I've just learned to develop my craft, and I mean, it's brought me here to Springfield, so I can't complain at all.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, what's been the biggest learning curve? You know, going and becoming a pitcher from from being a catcher.
Yeah, I would have to say just pounding the zone. Just it's your best versus their best, as Dom likes to say. And I mean, obviously, as a catcher, like I think it's just as easy as going out there and throwing strikes, and clearly it's not. So just I feel like consistently pounding the zone has been my biggest learning curve as a PO.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned Coach Dom. You know, talk about the coaching staff and how they've kind of helped you this summer.
Yeah, I mean, these guys know their stuff. I mean, Dom's an amazing human being. I know he's doing great things over there at Oregon. It's his last game tonight, super sad. We had a little thing for him in the dugout before the game. But, I mean, Dom's great. Bubbles is great. Have Lyle, I mean, just a great, like, all-around skipper. And then, dude, Dino. I mean, Dino has just that wealth of knowledge. I mean, you go back to Oregon. You go at this time with the Dodgers, with the Tigers. I mean, it's really a blessing to learn under them and just absorb what I can.
Mm-hmm. Now, you are a very unique person because you actually came to a Drifters game in 2022, year one. You know, you were a young kid then at that point, but, you know, you're back and playing for this team, a full circle moment. How have you seen, I guess, the crowd grow from when you first came here in 2022 to, like, now where you had the fireworks night on Saturday with over 1,000 people here?
I mean, the crowds are amazing. Like, I like the people that, I mean, they get into it. Again, it's like this is Springfield's community baseball team. And, I mean, I know this freaking advert outside says it. But the community really rallies behind these guys, and they just come out to support night in and night out. And, I mean, whether it's, a firework night where we get a more sold-out crowd or if it's just a random Monday night, we still get people who come out and support us, and I'm just really appreciative for them.
Yeah. Now, you and I, we went fishing.
Yep.
John Over's here, by the way.
Is he really?
Yeah. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. What was that experience like, going out on the river and fishing with John? As this is roped down the right field line, and Bend is going to get some runs on the board. One run is in, as now it's a double. 2 runners in scoring position in an 11-2 ball game. But what was that experience like going out on the McKenzie and, being a true drifter?
I mean, yeah, that was probably like my first weekend here in town. And, I mean, you told the story about a week ago. But that was just a crazy night, like, leading up to fishing. Shout out Karsten. I mean, that was a crazy night. That was just Side Quest Central right there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I'd never been fishing before in my whole life. And to just have just such an experienced guy like John over there. And, I mean, he showed me how to cast, and I think on my second cast I caught a fish. So
it was second cast? Dang, I got that story wrong, dang.
Yeah.
He's grounded to third, knocked down by Story, the throw to first base
Home
in
base
time for out number 2. So you mentioned Karsten. You got to room with him. Who are some other players that you've kind of bonded with this summer?
I mean, dude, this team is just a very cohesive unit. I mean, Zach Story, talking about the third baseman, just made the out. He cut my hair not too long ago.
Actually?
Yeah, Karsten's second to last night. He came into the RV and gave me and Karsten a cut.
Really?
So shout out Zach Story for that.
Is he an experienced barber?
I mean, he got me right. He got me right. And, I mean, he's at Davis, doing great things over there, holding down the corner infield for them. And he was telling me how he's their team barber. So if
he's their team barber?
I mean, he said he cuts everybody's hair at Davis. So, I mean, shout out him. He got me right. He got me really right.
That's crazy. Good story to know. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch from Chan. Swung on and missed. We do want to cut. Ethan right now is chilling in the pool.
Shout out E.
Shout out E. That could have been you.
No, I mean, I'm probably going to come in here later depending on what Dino wants. But definitely tomorrow or the day after I'll hop in the pool.
Good to know. Good to know. If we bring the pool back out the next 2 days, which is supposed to be like above 90, which is like nothing for you, a boy from Palmdale, we can get you in the pool. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it here in the top of the 7th inning. Good luck. What should we see from you tonight? What are you working on?
I mean, the changeup was really working last outing, which is super rare because it's normally not on. But just working that changeup in the zone and just trying to keep the fastball in the zone and just throwing strikes.
Awesome.
Always the goal.
We're looking forward to seeing that changeup. Good luck, and go Drifters.
Sweet. Go Drifters. Stay drifty, baby.
Stay drifty. Carlo Ramirez from Fresno Pacific. We head now to the bottom of the 7th, stretching here in Springfield. 11-2 the score here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Zach Story going to lead things off here in inning number 7 for the Drifters. I'm sitting in the pool now, as you guys saw in the top of the 6th, also, top of the inning. Also, thank you to Carlos. That one's picked, and the throw is in time to retire Zach Story for the first out of the inning. But you guys saw me in here. I'm chilling in the pool now for these last couple innings. If it gets too cold, I may find my way back to a seat. But for now, this is nice and comfortable. here behind home plate. Chase Nye will step in. Nice 2 for 2 today. He's got a couple of RBIs to his name and scored a run as well. Initially, I got in here. I was like, I didn't want to get my feet wet because I didn't bring slides. But then my feet, I had to keep them out of the pool because I had socks and shoes on. I ended up changing my mind. I just said, screw it. I'm going to wear it. I'll wear my shoes. I'll figure something out. But for now, we're fully immersed in this pool experience. The 0-1 to Chase Nye, going to miss down and away. 1-1. And I didn't really, I was sitting behind home plate doing production. Addison is now on production, so shout out to him. But Knight was talking about how good of a view it is right here, and I was kind of like, yeah, it is a really good view right here. But I didn't really realize that one's going to miss up and inside. Chin music for Chase Nye will move the count to 2-1, but didn't quite realize how good this exact spot is. You're literally as right behind home plate as you can be, and you're at eye level with the strike zone just about, and so really just the perfect view to be calling a game. You can see everything and where it's going. 2-1's going to miss down and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Shout out to Monty Tenney, he's keeping our crowd engaged as always. He always does a great job interacting with the fans here at Hamlin as the 3-1 just clips the outside edge. Strike 2, and the count will run full on Chase Nye. Drifters were held scoreless for the first time in the bottom of the 6th inning. They scored 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth before going first goose egg on the board in the bottom of the 6th. And it took Bend until that 6th inning as well as Chase Nye rung up and not happy about it. That one just, I guess, just clipped the outside edge. It couldn't quite tell from here. It looked pretty close, but home plate umpire rings him up, and it's a strikeout for Chase Nye as he's retired for the first time today. But a good day for Chase Nye nonetheless as Addison giving me a look that maybe that pitch wasn't quite as close as I thought. But nonetheless, strikeout, and we'll move on. 2 outs in the inning as Matthew Bollinger will step in. Bollinger is 0 for 4 today, but he's got 2 RBIs and a run scored. Couple of sacrifices for him. His first pitch to him missed. The 1-0 coming. Misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Good count here as Matthew Bollinger gets ahead early. Would be the first 1-2-3 inning for Bend's defense all game long, and we're in the 7th inning. It's been a struggle defensively for Bend. We've had 4 dropped infield pop-ups this game. Luckily, one of them got an out anyways, as the 2-0 was going to miss down and away once again, 3 balls and no strikes. One of them, they got an out anyway, as there was runners on first and second. It popped up over to third. He dropped it, but able to get the force out at third. And then one of them was a foul ball. So, but two dropped pop flies that resulted in base runners for Springfield, and 2 that didn't. So Matthew Bollinger will walk on 4 pitches and a 2-out base runner for Springfield. Nick Gimino will step in.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 41, Nick.
Gimino's 3 for 4 today. He's got 2 RBIs to his name as well. He's having himself a really good day as one of the guys who has maybe struggled a little bit at the plate this summer, and so good to see him have a day like this as this season comes to a close. He pops up the first pitch he sees. It's over into foul territory on the first base side. This time they'll catch it, and that will end the inning. And Nick Gimino goes down on the first pitch he sees. But we'll head to the top of the 8th inning. Only 6 outs left for the Bend offense to try and get things done, but we'll head to the top of the 8th here on the Drifters Streaming Network. So new pitcher out of the bullpen for Springfield. It'll be
The second baseman, number 7.
Drew Miller,
Cooper.
who will come out for this 8th inning of baseball here in Springfield. He's been incredible for the Drifters. Outside of a unfortunate appearance against Ridgefield on Saturday where he gave up 5 earned runs in just 1 inning, he has been lights out on the mound for the Drifters this summer. His first pitch is going to be waved at and missed for a strike by Cole Cooper. It'll be Cooper, Gurney, and Pupo, first 3 up. As that one up the middle, right back where it came from for a base hit, and the leadoff base runner for Bend, and that's their 10th hit of the day. Only 4 less hits than the Drifters, but trail by 9 runs as they have struggled in terms of leaving runners on base today. Bend is 1 for 10 today with runners in scoring position. Drifters are 6 for 19, and so that's going to be always going to play a big factor when you can't get base knocks when you have runners in scoring position. 0-1 count now on Win Gurney. But yeah, Drew Miller will take a look at his season line. He's got a 5.97 ERA as his 0-1 is going to be on the outside edge for strike 2. 31 2/3 innings pitched in 19 appearances. This is his 20th appearance of the season. 19th out of the bullpen as he started 1 game for the Drifters. He's given up 37 hits, 27 runs, but only 21 of them earned. 34 strikeouts, only 15 walks. As the 0-2 going to miss just outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we're having fun here. We're sitting in the pool still. As a wave and a miss and a strikeout for Drew Miller to retire the first out of the inning when Gurney goes down swinging. It'll bring up Eli Pupo, the center fielder, who has had himself a decent day. He's 1 for 4 at the plate, but he has also made some great plays, including a diving catch out in right center field in just a couple innings ago. He's been pretty solid for Bend in today's game. First pitch to him is lined down the left field line. Gonna get down, and it's first to third. The throw cut off, and it's gonna be a 1-out double to put 2 runners in scoring position for Bend as Eli Pupo has got himself a 2-bagger and makes way for Cameron Beck. Beck has struggled today at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a walk. Looking to get his first base knock of the day here to maybe put some life into this Bend offense. We've seen crazier things than an 11-2 comeback, but Drifters in a very comfortable spot with Drew Miller on the mound and a 9-run lead. His first pitch at the knees for strike 1. It's 0-1. So Cam Beck stands in for the 0-1 coming. Drew Miller kicks, fires, check swing, but it clipped the bottom edge of the zone right at the knees once again. A couple of great pitches from Drew Miller to find himself ahead in this count. No balls and 2 strikes. One away in the inning. A strikeout would be huge here to keep this scoreless. The 0-2 just missed that lower outside corner. And it's 1-2. We've got a decent crowd here on hand. A few hundred people here in Springfield. It's cleared out a little bit as Oktoberfest has come to a close. Concessions close. And a wave and a miss and another strikeout for Drew Miller. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and now just an out away from stranding 2 in scoring position.
Now batting the Jackson Murphy.
So with runners on, I talked about the with runners in scoring position. The Elks actually hitting 391. They're 9 for 23 as the first pitch is fouled off by Jackson Murphy, but they're actually better than Springfield in terms of batting average with runners on, but it's with runners in scoring position that they've then struggled. So now they're now 1 for 11 with runners on second or third. The 0-1 from Drew Miller. Swung on, fouled hard. Almost hit the on-deck batter. Back-to-back foul balls that have almost hit the man standing on deck. Hayden Smith has got to watch out over there. The 0-2. Swinging a foul ball once again. This time nowhere near Hayden Smith in the on-deck circle, so he can rest for now, but we'll see another 0-2. Jackson Murphy's 1 for 3 today. He scored a run, no RBIs for him. He's got a chance for a couple here. The 0-2 fouled back once again. Good fight here from Murphy to stay alive, and we'll see a third 0-2 pitch. You know, I expected it to be really cold when I got into this pool. It was comfortable at first. I expected it to last maybe half an inning, and then I'd want to get out with the sun having completely set at this point. But it's honestly still great, just chilling in here. The 0-2 missed. We'll see a 1-2. Hayden Smith still standing patiently on deck, who's been arguably the best hitter for Bend today. He's 2 for 3. He's also walked. The 1-2 going to miss and even up the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the inning. 2 runners in scoring position. A lot of 2s on the scoreboard. The 2-2. Sent out towards left field. Hunter Myers under it. Squeezes the mitt. And that'll end the inning. So Ben Strand's 2 in scoring position once again. And they still trail 11-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Participating breweries, including Oakshire, Planktown, Gratitude, Sun.
So Rylan Detzler going to come in to pinch hit, who hasn't taken an AB since July 17th in the home series against the Marion Berries. Come in to have a chance to hit here. The switch hitter is hitting 143 on the season. He's played in 12 games, started 6 of them. So he'll take a first pitch ball downstairs. A new pitcher on the mound for the Elks as Garrett Schmokel will move to left field. That one will drill Rylan Detzler. And the hit by pitch will give the Drifters a leadoff base runner.
Number 6.
And we'll have another pinch hitter, Elliott Brown. The Drifters emptying the bench here in what has been a blowout. Elliott Brown, though, not a guy who would normally be on the bench in this situation, but the Drifters have been eliminated from playoff contention, likely to see some new faces and some guys we haven't seen much in the lineups in these last few days. He'll take a first pitch ball upstairs, but Elliott Brown is hitting .421 in his 6 appearances for the Drifters as he'll send one out towards right field. That's back at the track, and the catch is made out in right field by Wynn Gurney. So it's Jackson Murphy going from left field to the mound. He's pitching now as he is able to retire Elliott Brown. And Garrett Schmokel will go to left field from the designated hitter spot. Hunter Meyer will step in, and he's had himself a decent day so far as well. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Take a first pitch ball downstairs. It's 1 ball and no strikes. It's the 1-0. Clips the bottom of the zone at the knees. Good pitch from Jackson Murphy. Count evens up at 1 apiece. The 1-1 bounces in. Good block by the catcher, Hayden. Smith's been great behind the plate today and great at the plate today. The 2-1, down and away, 3 balls and 1 strike. (3-1) going to miss way outside, and Hunter Myers got himself a 5-pitch walk. And so runners at first and second for Brock Johnson, who will step in for his second time up to the plate. He walked his first time up. He'll stand in here with runners at first and second, 1 away. Brock Johnson has yet to get his first hit with the Drifters. There's only his second appearance, though. His 1-0 is going to miss upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Went 0 for 2 in his first time in the lineup for the Drifters was just yesterday. Got the start at second base as he takes the 2-0 fastball upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. He went 0 for 2. He walked once in that game. The 3-0 misses inside. Nearly gets him, and it's going to load the bases with 1 out for Colton Perez. Perez came in to pinch hit last time through the order. He was unable to get on base, but finds himself in a good spot to get himself an RBI or 2. So he'll take the first pitch upstairs. So that's 5 straight upstairs fastballs for Jackson Murphy. Try to settle in and find the strike zone here. 1-0 misses inside. Almost clipped him on the elbow, but it doesn't. 2 balls and no strikes. Game may already be out of reach for the Elks, but you want to have any chances. That one's popped up and back. It'll come out of play and into the concourse. 2 balls and 1 strike rather.
Unexpected hits. American Family Insurance, Monica Smith Agency.
2-1, high and tight, but clips the upper inside corner for strike 2, and the count will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off the 2-2, and we'll do it again. That one was a breaking ball that it might have been downstairs that he left it, but he's able to foul it off and stay alive. Two. Swung on, foul tipped into the glove, and it'll be a strikeout for Colton Perez. That'll get the second out of the inning. Jackson Murphy looking to get out of this bases loaded jam.
Number 11, Zach Story.
But he'll have to retire Zach Story, who's 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored in today's game. Grounds one over to third. The throw, he'll opt to throw to second, and that'll do it for the 8th inning. We'll head to the top of the 9th. One last chance for Bend. They trail 11-2. They'll need a lot of help here in the 9th. Drifters lead 11-2 on the Drifters streaming network.
Fans, before you head out, don't forget to grab your Drifters gear before it's gone. Visit the Drifters merchandise store located by the north entrance and be a part of the Drifters crew for the 2020.
So, what happened? I can't hear myself at all. Okay. So, Hunter Meyer is on the mound for Springfield as there's quite a few defensive changes here for the Drifters in the 9th inning. Still 1-1 going to be fouled off. We saw Hunter Meyer's warm-up. He was throwing upper 80s. His fastball was touching 88. So we'll go through the changes for Springfield. Now out in center field is Elliott Brown. Nick Jamino is to third base. Zach Story to left field. Hunter Meyer to the mound. And I believe that's it. But nonetheless, That one slapped out down the right field line. It'll go foul, 1-2. That was at 89 miles an hour. So the 1-2 fouled off. We'll do it again. We're having a good time over here. I've never seen. I mean, Hunter Myers. We haven't seen him on the mound. That one's chopped over to third base. Nick Jamino will field. Throw over to first is in time to retire the first out of the inning. Hayden Smith will go down by way of the ground out.
Now batting the first baseman, number 30.
This is incredible. I mean, not surprised to see us throw in someone who we would likely never pitch otherwise in a spot like this. We're up 9 runs in the top of the 9th, but Hunter Meyer comes out throwing heat as the first pitch misses just down and away. It's 1-0, but who would have thought? 1-0, missed just outside again. 2 balls and no strikes. It's Brody Whitcomb, who's 1 for 4 with an RBI. Finds himself ahead 2-0. The 2-0 just clips the outside edge. Two balls and 1 strike. Two one misses outside. He's liking that outside half of the plate, but just can't quite find the edge of the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike. He kicks and fires, swung and flown out towards left field. Story gets under it, squeezes the mitt for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down for Hunter Meyer. Love to see it.
Now batting the shortstop, number 10, Camden Hartloff.
I know personally I was not aware. I'm not sure if he's pitched in college or I don't believe he has. Maybe he pitched in high school, but it's not often you see a position player come out to pitch. That one's popped up and out of play. It'll be 0-1, but it's not often you see a position player come to pitch and be throwing upper 80s and be able to locate. The 0-1 missed and evens up the count at 1-1. The 1-1 from Meyer popped up and out of play once again. 86 miles an hour on that one. So losing a little bit of velo. Kicks and fires. Swung on, popped up. Out towards shallow. Right field catches made. A 1-2-3 inning for Hunter Meyer. And that is the ball game. As Brock Johnson makes the catch for the final out of the game. Final score 11-2. How about Hunter Meyer coming in to pitch and close things out? We'll see you for our post-game show as the Drifters set a new franchise record for wins in a season. They, with their 23rd win of the 2026 summer. We'll see you for the post-game show. I'll be with you for that in just a few moments here on the Drifters Streaming Network. So the final score, 11-2 here in Springfield, as I just got out of the pool and now definitely much colder than I was when I was in it. I'm sitting here, unfortunately, barefoot in the stands doing this post-game show. Ethan Klein, happy to be here with you guys after a Drifters win, and it was what a day, honestly. Like we had so much fun today. A lot of fun. A lot of fun baseball, a lot of fun out here on the broadcast. And I mean, we saw Knight in the pool for the first 6 innings, and then I took it upon myself to sit in the pool after the sunset, which may not have been the best choice, as I'm now soaking wet, and who knows how I'll dry off because the towel's already pretty wet. But nonetheless, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's talk about the game. The Drifters come away with an 11-2 win, 11 runs on 14 hits, Bend 2 runs on 11 hits and 2 errors, as the Drifters get their 23rd win of the season, which makes for a franchise record. They've finished with 22 wins a few times over their 4-year history and hit the 23 mark for the first time with 2 games to play. They are eliminated from playoff contention, unfortunately, as the hopes for that are gone, but we're still having fun here in the ballpark. And we'll talk about some of the lines for some of the guys here today. We won't go over everything, as there was a lot of players who saw the field today, but Cooper Mullins went 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored and a walk today. Nolan Miller 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored, and he walked once as well. Aiden Gebhardt went 1 for 1, had an RBI, 2 walks, and stole his 31st base of the season for a Drifters single season record. He's also the all-time stolen bag leader for Springfield, and had himself a little Ricky Henderson moment out on second, pulled the bag out of the ground and held it up in the sky to celebrate his record-setting stolen base. As he had mentioned to us that he wanted to do that when he broke the record. He had mentioned at the start of the season that breaking that record was a goal of his for this summer. So happy to see him achieve at least one of his goals. I'm sure he's achieved more than just that, as he's had a stellar season for Springfield. After last summer had an unfortunate early end to his summer, as he had an injury, put him out for the rest of the season early on in the 2025 summer. But good to see him having success, and happy to see him achieve that goal that he had talked to us about before the season began. A couple of other good days today. Nick Jamino, who was the designated hitter, eventually moved to third base, went 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Chase Nye went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Both of them had a run scored as well. Zach Story scored 2 runs, went 2 for 5 with a couple of RBIs. Hunter Meyer 1 for 4 with an RBI, and also came in to pitch for the 9th inning. He went 1, 2, 3. He was pumping upper 80s on his fastball and was locating it pretty well too. No hits and no walks for him. He had a perfect inning in the 9th. Matthew Tashney got the start. We talked about him a little bit during the game, but he went 4 innings, 6 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, but no runs allowed. So I just graduated from Linfield and got to watch Matthew Tashney pitch all spring, and that is about as Matthew Tashney of an outing as you can get. He will give you 4 or 5 innings of sometimes scoreless, but at the very least low-scoring baseball on the mound, and might not strike out a lot of guys. He's a big pitch-to-contact kind of guy on the mound, and so good to see him having some success in his first and will likely be his only start as a Springfield Drifter this summer, as he joined us very late, just getting to the ball club on August 31st, just a few days ago. It would then be Blake Freese coming in to make his Drifters debut. He goes an inning and a third, allows 1 run, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 2 hits. Evan Chan also pitched today at 1 2/3 innings with a run allowed, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for him. And then Drew Miller, who's been stellar as a reliever, has been the go-to closer since Michael Klein left, who is a fan and ball club favorite here in Springfield. And so Drew Miller stepped into that role and did exactly what he needed to do. He went 1 inning with 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So overall, a great day for Springfield on both sides of the ball. We'll be back with you tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch. Ethan Klein going to be signing off. I'll be with you guys tomorrow for my last innings as on play-by-play and production as a Springfield Drifter. I'll be doing live tweeting on Wednesday as my girlfriend's coming down to town to come watch the game. But it's been so much fun this summer, as really not seen this kind of success that we've had in this second half of the season. The Drifters won 6 straight series and are going to look to have a 7th or an 8th series win in their out of their last 10 series to close out the season. So just really a stellar second half performance from the Springfield team. You love to see it. But for now, I'm going to be signing off. This is Ethan Klein saying goodbye for now, as we'll see you at 6:35 p.m. tomorrow for first pitch. We may have the pool back out again, maybe not.